very tempo-driven for one win. Like a Lycan lineup, Pango can run over the early game. What is the Bristleback build going to be as well?
Yeah.
Let's see. I would agree, though. I do think the Aurora lineup is... I would say it's easy to execute.
Yeah, looks like the Bristleback obviously going for the seeing red facet as a carry. That's the common style when you play it from POS 1. And he already put the quick buy in, so we kind of know what he's doing. It's a 1 tango into Bracer, Power Treads, and then we see a point booster. So that Aghanims is going to be the first big item, of course. And once he gets that, his damage output will be amazing. The problem is, I see a Sven and I see Monkey. Both of them have ways to give themselves tons of armor. Wukong's Command or Warcry. They can protect themselves against this physical draft of Pango, Lycan, Bristle. It's really all physical damage outside of the supports.
30 seconds to battle.
Honestly, this is one of those games where I will call randomly for Sven to be buying a shard like minute 25 or something. Like pick up a fairly early shard just to get the extra buff. It's so nice to have.
Wraparound could work out for them. Munkushi in a pretty good position, actually. The rest of the team is actually in the river, though, so they will not be here to stop them from losing their bounty. They actually won't get it. Munkushi will snipe it, but unfortunately, you're probably going to lose till the end. Ancient Apparition's going to be run down. They will get the kill over to the left side, though. Snipe from Sweet and Strong with the power shot. They're going to be able to secure first blood before Toronto Tokyo was able to yoink it.
Good kill for them, and nice start for the Wind Ranger getting that extra bit of gold. So 450 gold already. Not a bad kill to get as well. The Monkey doesn't miss anything, though. He gets back to the mid lane in time. That's the lane start out. Obviously, this mid matchup pretty rough for Pango. Monkey King is not bad against him, but it gets easier when you get a few levels into your nukes.
Vera just found out that he was not able to win a 1v1 against the Wind Ranger. Who would have guessed?
plus 3 damage. You called it earlier. The bonus damage on Wind Ranger. She's hitting hard now. I mean, he went for a stat build, so already hitting for 61 damage a pop is pretty hefty for a support.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
And then Mira shows up to the lane with no tangos left, so this poor little hoodwink taking some AA shots. Top lane looks
so interesting.
It's going to be a bit of a struggle. Magnus is staying his ground and farming for now, but with hoodwink being so low, it's going to be a tough lane.
I'll say though, this is... Oh, they're actually looking to go in and play aggressive. It's around Tokyo trying to put some of the spells. This is something I guess they do have. You know, the Bushwhack Shockwave, probably level 3. Maybe we could see some threat onto the life of the Ancient Apparition.
Yeah, that's true. They have good setup, and Magnus can always join. The question is, can they stand against this slow wear and tear of the Quill Sprays and the harassment from the AA? For now as well, the small camp is open for AA should you want to go back and fix some pulls for the lanes as well. Bottom lane, haven't looked at it yet, but 12 and 2 for the Sven and 7 and 1 for Lycan. Ooh. As we leave top lane, immediately they strike. Till the end. Gets brought down.
So we saw the glimpses of that starting, though, with the poke from the Bushwhack and the Shockwave before. Looks like there was just another go, resulting in the kill until the end.
Yeah, and that's where it has to be careful. AA, very low mobility hero, and meanwhile Magnus skewering in with the Bushwhack to set up. It's easy to get caught off guard on that lane. So far, I haven't really looked at mid lane either too much, but Kiyotaka is winning it. Monkey King should be doing well. Nice Bushwhack there to secure the Lotus. That said,
Does seem like your
Pango isn't really getting crushed, right? He's getting his farm.
What facet? Oh, he went to Thunderbolt. Okay, I didn't see it before.
Yeah, so even took the non-laning stage facet, if you will. The other one makes you a little bit stronger in lane, but he feels confident that Thunderbolt is all he needs.
Well, that's definitely got to be something that you're pretty happy about if the Pango can get out of the laning phase. Because again, I mean, you picked this monkey. That also being said, like it was a first overall pick for Aurora, but gotta say, maybe a little bit of pressure on Kirotaka.
Yeah.
You're kind of it's his fault they lost game 1. You're forfeited, so he's got to be the reason why they win this game and send to a game 3.
He definitely has all the reason to try and perform as good as possible, right? You always do whenever you play a tournament game, but when you are responsible for your team losing a default loss like that, you want to perform. You want to show like, it's fine, guys, we'll fix this.
And you know they were close to putting FN in. He was ready, and he was staying in the lobby for quite some time. He wanted to play bottom lane,
Quick
triple
TP.
S. Might actually be able to get Panto instead. Nice use to the Wolves, and meanwhile Sweden Strong is just freely right-clicking. Nightfall's doing as much as he can to try and hold him back, but unfortunately that's not going to be enough.
Yeah, trying to lay those auto attacks in, but of course Windrun keeping him fine. And Sven is still going to be happy with this, though. He forced out the TP from Lycan, and then goes back to farming, gets the big creeps, and farming the dire creeps. So his farm is looking fantastic. Sometimes losing your support is fine as a carry. Power treads are online. Sven even just going with the stun. Just throwing it for harassment at this point.
Well, we were mentioning about mid being somewhat even, and I feel like this happened last time as well. The last game with the Monkey King, where it was looking a little bit closer, and then all of a sudden just completely blew out.
Yeah, it comes a point where it becomes very difficult, but at least Pango is soon reaching that key mark that he needs to get, level 6, and then he can gank wherever he wants. He's gonna get level 6 before the power rune as well. So pretty good for him. Helps him a little bit with being able to secure the power rune. Monkey already on the top one, so Pango a bit too late to the party. Now maybe Monkey King is looking if there's possibility to gank on the side lanes.
Bottom lane, definitely an opportunity for them. Stuns have already been used from Nightfall, but Zero wants to look to go Mirror. Trying to catch up to Chira Jr. with a bushwhack, unfortunately just a little bit too shy. Kirotaka still wanting to try and run Chira Jr. down, but will have a bit of a difficult time to be able to get that last little bit of damage needed. Nonetheless, though, he is still scouted out, making his way down bottom, so we'll see if this movement will connect. They do have the Wisdom up shortly.
They TP more people. This is smart. Bring the AA in, defend this Wisdom rune with multiple heroes. The Monkey will drop ulti here, though, if you allow him to.
Yeah, but Pango's ready to go as well. He's going to TP him with the threat of the Rolling Thunder. Monkey might not actually even get the ultimate off. Kirotaka, last second attempt, but there's the bounce back against the wall. Chira Jr., a little bit awkward, still will get the kill into the end. Where's the Wisdom go, though? Looks like Nightfall was able to swing on over and get the bonus experience, and they still lost both the supports on one win.
Yeah, and a lot of heroes invested, right? Hoodwink, meanwhile, farming for level 6 on mid lane. So less heroes invested for Aurora. Yes, you lost your Monkey. That's a bit painful, but the fact that they got 2 kills and they got the Wisdom, definitely a big win. And I think Pango ulti going on cooldown is way bigger than using your Monkey ulti. Monkey ulti is like, yeah, it's nice if you can get something out of it, but Pango ulti, that's what you want to play around. Sven getting body blocked so much. These wolves. The micro is on point from Triple S. Look at him go.
He's going to keep
trying to get him.
Yeah, I mean, this is impressive. He's going to keep doing it a little bit further to hopefully get the kill, but looks like with the support showing up, Nightfall's now, yeah, he's going to wave him by. Triple S. It was cute. It was a nice attempt. Now he's going to have to do it once again to lock Panther away, but there's just too many openings for them to cut through the trees. Mirror might end up... No, is he alive? Yeah. Oh my god, Triple S, bro.
Too tanky. Support struggling to go through that helm. 8 armor plus HP regen, magic stick, and Sweden Strong with a good shackle. Can't really deal with it. AA was trying to get his levels on mid lane, but Kiyotaka just gonna kill him very quickly. Orb of Corrosion. Very, very good for chasing down some poor little ice cone.
It happens, though. It does have 4 deaths, unfortunately. It seems like it's maybe one of those games for the Ice Cone Man.
Yeah, he just wants level 6, man. All he wants is to be able to have global impact. He's gonna go back to mid lane, knowing full well how dangerous it is, and Kiyotaka might even want to dive him again. Pango has TP ready though, so right now not the best time to dive. Instead it's gonna be a smoke, this time bringing up the monkey towards top lane. Mira wants to try and go for a kill on the bristleback before he gets too tanky. This could be a good timing to try and find that pick off.
Dire are scanning.
Good scan though. The defensive
very good
scan,
scan.
Munkushi. Stay safe.
Now, what are Dire doing with this, though? Looks like Hero Jr.'s back into the jungle, trying to get that little bit of catch-up from the rougher lane that he had.
Radiant are scanning.
And till the end's making sure that he doesn't die in extra time as well.
Is under attack.
Yeah, they're all pretty inactive right now. With a little bit of jungling there and Lycan running to base. They don't really have pressure on the lanes. Of course, same can be said as the Sven's just jungling up right now, but that's where Sven wants to be. He farms extremely fast in jungle. Panto
Dire's top
gonna get spotted here on mid. No friends coming for you, I think. Oh,
Oh, no.
they
they're
do
coming.
wink.
Hero Jr.? That's a
That
lot of
Magpie's-
damage from the
it's
Jakiro
bigger than you think.
combo.
The burn.
Yeah.
Radiant's
It's really burning Chira. Kiyotaka's gonna TP in now, and Chira's gonna be a little bit cautious. Or does Kiyotaka have to be cautious?
Back and forth, but they are mounting a defense. Meanwhile, they also push on the side lanes. Top tower brought down, Sven farming, and the siege was thwarted. Very successful defense from Aurora. Bottom lane, the Sven is just farming under tower. He is not worried about anything.
Wago, what a different game it is as well with the Magnus. Yeah, this is now third mad game that we get, and finally, yeah, we get a maxed out Empower and someone who's able to use this facet to how it's meant to be used.
Yeah, honestly, it's been a bit confusing, the mag games today, but Toronto Tokyo showing why he wants the Eternal Empowerment. Has a lot of farm, already has almost full blink with good stat build as well. Power Treads, Bracer, Magic Wand, and Wraith Band. He's quite ready. So you might see him join some action. Bottom lanes.
This is a very awkward going to Nightfall. They've got the Ice Blast though. Is there going to be any extra damage for a miss of the Swashbuckle? Really needed. I think with that, it probably would have been the kill.
Yeah.
Lived on just under 400 health there, so probably was going to shatter.
Yeah, definitely. If he connected, that would have been a kill. That's really rough. Can be so stressful landing the final Swashbuckle when someone's low enough and they juke into a tree line. He just misaligned it a little bit. But that's going to be Sven hopping into jungle again. And even though he went low HP, it doesn't really bother him too much. He can just farm back.
Oh, well, Kiyotaka.
Kiyotaka
The
has
shield
shield
rune
rune,
is-
so
yeah, sure.
able to hop. So strong being able to use the tree dance with shield rune.
I guess they did shapeshift, so it is something worth noting.
Yeah, Lycan showing bottom, but Hoodwink happily just defending. Not too bothered as the Lycan ulti times out. And Aurora kind of just steadily building a lead on all their cores, enjoying a little bit more farm. In particular, this Sven and Magnus, they're getting very, very fat.
Now with the farm, they're looking to try and go. Toronto Tokyo. Level 10. Blink Online, Panther with the Macropire. They're going to try and connect to mid where Kiyotaka will maybe get involved. Unfortunately, he's yet to have his first item with the Diffusal.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
Kiyotaka doesn't have it, but on the other hand, the Pango did complete his Diffu. Of course, he didn't go for Power Treads, so more of a shortcut.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Just felt mega force with that go.
Attack.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
they didn't wait.
Dire's structures are
I
fortified.
think, yeah, a little bit stressed. I don't know if someone broke the smoke and he
Nightfall?
had to blink.
Dire's
What's Nightfall doing here? At the secret shop, and everyone else was making a play around the mid lane. There was no way they were going to be able to get there in time, and now Panther as well. Around the high ground, Kiyotaka still going to be able to hold the back with the Boundless, but will probably not stop Panther from dying. He is deep inside enemy territory. It's just going to take a little bit of time for the stacks to get worked on for Munkushi.
Dire's middle
Oh, that's another kill for them.
Yeah, not what you want from your first blink rotation. Of course, Toronto is still looking for it, not back to farming yet. Might just go for the Wind Ranger.
Okay.
That was a clean combination though. Nice setup. Skewer right into a bushwhack.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's easy to fuck up as well. If you do it wrong, you cut the tree with the skewer. Finally, they're gonna get the tower as the Pang ulti is on cooldown.
Dire's
So that's
middle
all the tier
tower
1 towers
is
removed. And even though one win got a good fight going, it still feels like they are not really able to make a move yet. Lycan relies too much on his ulti. Waiting for his Dominator timing as well. 1,000 gold for the upgrade on it.
They're actually going to try and make a play though, even without it. So, guess what? Rolling Thunder up, and you know that some of the things we use from Aurora, I suppose Tormentor is probably the big one. Huh?
Yeah, moving towards Torm. Good contest. They have great heroes for stealing this Tormentor or even killing a bunch of heroes. AA, Wind Ranger, both so good for this wraparound. And even leading with the Wolves. Lycan scouting everything right now.
Shuri Jr. though could be in a great location to use the Rolling Thunder. Just needs to activate it though before the stuns. That's going to be the big issue from him. Was going to be able to see Panto, I believe. Shuri Jr., when do we want to try and pop that ultimate? Got to be cautious about the stun lock. Here's the shapeshift. They're going to see Toronto Tokyo, but he'll blink defensively to reposition. Pango does take a little bit of damage, but the ultimate will come away. Now he's wasted about half of the duration. We'll still be able to close the distance. They broke the tree of Kiyotaka as well, so a little bit of danger. Munkushi starting to get the damage over, but still back over towards the portal. They've already lost Nightfall. They might lose more as well. With a combination inside the Wukong's command, they've isolated the Bristleback and they brought him down. A 1-for-1, but can they still stick around? Because Aurora, they have committed pretty heavily in regards to their ultimates, but I don't know if Dire have much left in the tank. Especially not with losing Triple S by the looks of it, Lycan off to the left side and cleaned up with ease. And in the end, Aurora, big fight around the Tormentor. Looks like they'll be able to reap the rewards.
Not quite on the same page as the rest of his team there. Lycan felt strong and wanted to keep fighting, but as the rest of his team had cooldowns, couldn't really help him anymore. The A ulti is still
careful,
on cooldown.
careful. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, one support down. We're
There's
gonna be another one.
There's
Yeah.
another. Oh, there's more.
And now an A ulti, but it's too late. He doesn't even shoot it. Well, they got the Tormentor shard, but it cost them a little bit. Both the supports had to put their life to it.
Is under attack.
Ah, he tried at least. I respect it.
Very nice. An attempt was made, but still Aurora holding strong, and even though the game has, you know, not excelled in a great way in terms of kills, there's still 7,000 gold ahead. Tormentor is a part of that, of course, but they're also just using the side lanes more, getting more gold on the map.
Well, I didn't even realize, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bigger net worth lead. If you asked me what the net worth lead is right now, I wouldn't have guessed 7k. I would think it's like, oh, within 3,000 or something. So, kind of surprising that they have that big of a lead.
Yeah, very deceiving. So if they're looking to slow the game down, I mean, Toronto, Tokyo, very close to completing BKB. You're about to have triple BKB. There's no way you're looking to try and force something. This is a massive spike for Aurora if you can get these items in conjunction together.
Yeah.
Whereas one win, you even with the deficit, you're probably looking to try and force it. You have an amp damage on Pango, which is good enough to potentially win a fight if he can, you know, utilize his spells accordingly.
No, I completely agree. I think Aurora, they're brewing right now, and what they're brewing is something that one win cannot handle. It's too much. Once the BKBs come out, Pango is pretty useless. The goo disappears as well from Bristleback, rendering him a lot weaker than otherwise. So the only one who doesn't care too much is Lycan, but even he doesn't really like when the enemy has BKBs. It's difficult to focus anyone down. 19 minutes. They're slowly sieging up on top, but there's not the type of aggression that I think would help one win right now. They're more going for our tower.
Kiyotaka.
Catching Kiyotaka.
Yeah, they know he's cutting bottom.
That's a good
They
catch.
saw him jumping through the trees with the high ground ward. Kiyotaka, nice balance into the TP out if they got the damage.
Ooh.
He will still die inside the base. Ticks out to the shadow.
Dude, that power shot was the difference maker. If Swedenstrong didn't TP and power shot there, I think he would outlast the AA ulti in base. He would have been fine, but extra little power shot. Also showed us that the kill shot does not work with AA ulti. I'm sad. It would have been fun if it did trigger in a positive way.
We'll get onto the devs.
Yeah.
Let them know there's a bug.
Yeah, make it stronger. Buff the kill shot.
Triple S, a little bit awkward position. Totoka, does he want to try and drop the combo? And do they want this fight as well on die? With the Rolling Thunder on cooldown, they're just gonna lose the creeps and lose the shapeshift, and maybe even a +1 as well. Let's add another death. 6 here for the AA.
Free ice cream on top of that ancient creep. Easy.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And meanwhile, the Lycan ulti being on cooldown as well, this might give them confidence to go for some big objective. They have BKB complete in the hands of Sven and on Magnus. There's definitely a Roche, I think.
Is under attack.
They're gonna smoke up. We'll see if it's pick off or Roche that they want to go for.
Dire's middle
It is into an
tower is
AA,
under
so
attack.
always risky to go for a straight Roche and get AA blasted.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're looking for that bristle. The scan is on him. Oh, I like this play from Toronto. He's trying to go behind.
Oh, this is awkward. Hang on. They've run into the Wind Ranger, but they haven't showed everyone. Munkushi's going to try and duck into the trees, so that initial attempt on the bristle's not going to work. They will still fly out, dropping everything possible to blow him up, and they're going to be successful at doing so. And without Munkushi alive, what have they really got from one win to be able to turn the tides? And well, the answer to that is nothing. They're going to have to duck and run, so they'll lose the wisdom. And they're probably going to lose a little bit more out of the map now as well.
Dire's
Yeah,
bottom
that was a horrible fight for them, and Magnus didn't even have to expend his BKB. Sure, the RP was maybe a bit overkill to bring down the Bristleback. Got stunned by Sven anyway, but better safe than sorry. Make sure you get that kill. Taking no chances. Miscommunications happened, but the execution was still very clean.
is under attack.
And that's the problem. When Lycan ulti is on cooldown, he's really just a creep. So they knew that he was not going to contribute in any meaningful way, whether he was there or not. So far, Aurora doing a good job playing around those cooldowns.
Yeah, it feels like besides the kind of one cute play with the Lycan wolves that we saw down bottom, we're not really seeing that much of the impact of this hero, unfortunately. At least at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, he's doing fine, right? But like, he's not dominating the game the way he needs to. He's 2-1-4. He hasn't been able to push towers is the big thing. Because of Sven and Magnus both being so good at clearing creeps, he can never get away with just pushing a lane. And he didn't even buy the shard yet. Sometimes we see people buy a very early shard on Lycan, but because of Radiant's team being so good at dealing with the wolves, he's delaying it. He wants it after AC.
Pretty good position for Mira. Looks like he knows what's going on. Either potential Roche from one win or a smoke aggressively into the objective.
Yeah. Yeah, they
He's going to be able to buy some time.
got a good read. The ward he had in the river as well, I think, helped a little bit there. I think he saw them before they smoked up. He saw someone grouping over there. This Roche might work out, though. I'm not sure if they're keen on taking the fight. Movement is coming in from Aurora. Are they in time, though?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Woodwing scouts it, but they are not close enough for this.
see if they take the fight afterwards, though. It's a pretty good location for a fight for them. Fortunately, Mirror's a little bit too late to land the combo, and they're not grouped up as well, which is the important thing. Toronto, Tokyo, still edging closer inside the river. Might run into till the end, and...
This poor guy.
Yeah.
He's just not finding any safe spot on this map. The poor AA walking into every single gank. By the way, he has absolutely nothing to his name right now. He's 3.6k gold at 24 minutes. Didn't get a shard, of course. Oh, Skewer back on Lycan. That's a bigger pickoff.
Not a bad one. RP's going to be committed as well with the chain control coming through afterwards. Nicely done, Kiyotaka.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Granted the
attack.
kill.
This is where it gets difficult to play Lycan as well. He didn't go for a BKB, which is understandable. I think AC is better. But now with the ATOS on the Hoodwink and all these other disables, you can't rely on just speed to survive. You're gonna get caught.
We're still sticking around mid. Nightfall's still got half duration left of the God Strength. They want to try and force a fight. Dire want to fight. In we go on Chirrut Jr., but he's got to stay away from the Sven.
The Nightfall.
That's
The master
classic.
himself.
He's chill.
The original. The TP out. I mean, got the tower, forced some Pango roll, got out safely. You lost the support, but that's a win for Aurora right there. Looks like the Bristleback has a Lotus Orb completed. Not too bad. Get some Dispel and possibility to get rid of the Atos on people as well. It's like probably the most important thing to be able to get rid of. Obviously, he wants the armor as well, but...
I think the getting rid of the break, right?
Yeah.
Probably another one.
Yeah, true. True.
Always
The
forget that some-
sharpshooter.
Yeah. Well, I forget that some breaks you can remove and some can't be removed.
Yeah, I actually didn't think about the sharpshooter being a dispellable break. I guess I don't play much Bristleback. Or break heroes, really.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's something I tested a while ago. I was like, wait, sharpshooter gets removed, but then I tried to like test like Silver's Edge and then Shadow Demon Purge, but
Yeah, they
I'm like,
they
okay,
don't.
never mind. It's just they don't. Yeah.
Dire's top
Yeah, that's
tower
interesting. I haven't seen it used that much against Hoodwink, but not a bad choice. Obviously, Lotus Orb already a pretty decent item for Bristleback in the first place. One problem is that it's pretty expensive mana-wise, though. 175
Yep.
mana whenever you pop this. Did get nerfed a while back to have a heavier mana cost.
Do you agree with this? Like, even over the ages, are they actually really this strong to be posturing aggressively?
I think they kind of have to. You can't go silently into the night in this game, basically. They are the ones on a timer, even though they're behind. I think that one win need to make plays. If they just sit back and farm, they'll get picked off. Radiant's lineup is better at finding kills. And the scaling on Radiant is also stronger. So it is a tricky situation. You basically need to find a way to use your momentum that you have, whatever you can get. I think the Lycan timing is now. It's not going to be in 20 minutes from now. But it's tricky. Very, very, very hard.
Unfortunately, it's a tricky, difficult position to be in. So we'll see. We'll see if they're going to be able to find that fight. But Aurora doing a very good job to make sure they don't give it to him. Kiyotaka as well as... What? Yeah, I don't... Why?
I
it
hate
just
the nerf.
makes no sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. The changes a while ago were like some things destroy trees, some things don't do... I don't get it. What is that change? It's so
I mean,
dumb.
Power Shot still destroys trees. It's just extremely narrow. So
But, yeah.
yeah, it's stupid. He actually didn't destroy a single tree with that Power Shot, for instance. He managed to snipe between every single tree while he's trying to shoot down the trees that the monkey's on.
They currently don't have Mag, who I think is very vital to their initiation. I'm surprised Toronto Tokyo isn't here, considering he has all the items, but apparently we get no fight. They just pick up the wisdom and they walk away.
Yeah, this is This is a very strange situation for one win. They have to try and be patient, but every second that you wait here, it feels like you're just losing out on farming time and falling even more behind. And meanwhile, Aurora, they're the ones with a great read, smoking and going aggressively. They knew everyone was top, but they also saw the lanes push in, so someone has to go defend. And now this pickoff is hard to dodge. Is it just the AA again? Not again.
It is. That's again.
Here's the thing. Like, AA, it's just a support, right? But if you kill AA, you know that the combo isn't there. There's no, you know, stun into AA ulti coming in. So you're happy to go for him first. It's always a fantastic kill to find in case there will be a fight afterwards. So yeah, you probably just take that kill whenever you can get it.
At the end of the day, I mean, this is also 9 deaths on the A. Like, the gold is, it's stacking up. You can be like, sure, like, it's at least it's not 9 deaths on my mid laner, but you're feeding still.
Yeah, he definitely has been getting out of position a little bit too much. Like, one of the strengths of AA is that he is supposed to be able to push lanes without getting too close, and getting picked off this many times, they've done a good job finding him. On the other hand, we can mention that Cheer Jr. hasn't died a single time this game on Pango. Actually, I'm surprised by that. He's 1-0-6. Somehow has stayed alive in these engagements. I've seen him drop pretty fast to Sven cleaving onto him, but always got out to safety. At least they're kind of holding on to the status quo in net worth, but as I mentioned, I think Radiant are just building a lead as time goes by. All the heroes scaling so well, the cleave is going to get more and more impactful from these heroes. Magnus, the Sven. There's a short while here before Sven gets his Assault Cuirass, where Lycan has AC. And playing on positive aura timing like that, when you have AC and the enemy don't, is a big thing. Maybe they can find Magnus? He's just out, isn't he?
Oh.
That doesn't feel good. Pango roll committed. Oh wait, does he just
We're actually going to be able to catch up to him?
Okay, shard.
Nice hack shard.
Yeah, that was... The cast range on Atos with the Scurry is insane.
Yeah, true. What? That's massive.
Yeah. I mean, he gets the 300 bonus cast range being in his active.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And now, without Pango ulti available, we see one win just sitting in defensive positioning, and that top tower forfeit gonna go the way of Sven. That will finish his Assault Cuirass. So they're assembling the pieces needed to kind of turn this game entirely into an easy one.
Oh, Toronto Tokyo with the jump. They're going to be able to find the Pango. Nicely done. Skewer into the chain control. First death of the game, but a vital one at that until the end. Outside the base.
And when he finally has an item on the AA, there's already Nullifier. He just got his 4-staff, man. Like, let him at least stay alive, but Nullifier on the Monkey King. Really no sliding around for you. And Midraxis is gone. Sven is hitting for 800 a pop here. The damage.
We look at top and... Alright.
Look at tower, dude. It's just gone. Melting. Oh. He can't reach.
Well...
Right. That's 2 lanes. Oh. And he brought back the dragon as well, so you gotta have to find yourself a new neutral.
Can you skewer creeps?
Yeah,
I guess, wait.
I was surprised by it too. He did it earlier against the Dominator creep. It's because it became a hero unit, right?
Yeah, is that...
It didn't used to work, but this is a nerf against Magnus, I guess.
That's crazy.
Very funny new interaction.
Oh, the invis. Panto might ruin it though by walking up the high ground. If the wolves are able to see, yeah, the wolves scatter Panto. But they, of course, do not see Toronto Tokyo, who went fishing once again and gets a big one to the Pango.
Taken down so quickly. There's not really any way they can take the fights. Fortunately, no Blink Dagger on Nightfall, so he can't really chase as effectively. Not gonna find a bonus kill on this, but again, one win. Kind of just waddling away from this. I realize there's no way to fight. That's what I love about Aurora's draft, though. Every single hero can set up, and every single hero can follow up. It doesn't matter who connects with an enemy, all of them can catch and set up for each other. Like, the worst catch they have is an Ice Path, and that's not that bad of a catch. That's pretty decent.
Yep, it's alright. Use it from the tree line. You're a pretty big cast range.
Yeah. And everything else is better than that. That really tells you a story of how good these heroes are at finding the kills. Meanwhile, one win, Bristleback and Lycan, timing-based heroes, and we're heading into the late game. So now they're just trying to pivot, do the best they can with the situation. Yeah, it's going to be a smoke to contest the Roche. You know, if Aegis go Aurora's way, it's just GG, so they have to go there and fight. Nightfall already laying into it with the ulti popped.
Got to look at the Ice Blast. I mean, this is the thing for till the end. You're in a close area like this, but you've got to get the ultimate off before Roche dies and the Wolves. It's a little bit too late to scout it. Now they're going to have a difficult time at forcing Aurora to be clumped up.
Yeah. I mean, they know about the smoke too. They haven't seen anyone on the lanes, so right now Aurora are very suspicious of where one win are. I think they might even sense that the gank is coming behind them. Yeah, they're pinging behind themselves. They saw the Wolves running past the Sentry Ward combination. They're just going to the high ground. Sven says, okay, you can be out there. I'll just go for your base. No care in the world. Up on the high ground.
No tippy on Monkushi. Kiyotaka. You'll be able to bound this down. But yeah, again, Nightfall really doesn't care. This is Megas, guys. You're going for kills, but your barracks are in danger. Toronto Tokyo. Oh, man. Edge of the skill on Monkushi. Stuck up on the high ground. And now he's just going to see every single member dying while he can just watch and do nothing about it. I mean, this is an absolute nightmare for a carry player when you're versing a Magnus like that. They are just dying one by one. Another dieback. And there, he caught it, and he is out instantly. He's not even going to wait to see the throne pop. What a miserable way for Monkushi and one win to end this game.
Yo, Toronto Tokyo with a dirty skewer there. I didn't think he was going to get him to the high ground, but beautiful skewer away. And overall, just a perfectly clean game from him on Magnus. He was 4-0 and 12, didn't die a single time. Item Scepter. It doesn't matter which lane you start out, you end up having the same goal. Get Ags and start running around and just hitting people. Yeah, bottle rush on the Beastmaster, so definitely heading down mid.
Beast it is, by the looks of it, so... I know, I mean... Sumail played it in the calls earlier. I know people are experimenting with it. Of course, we saw carry Beast, but... Wasn't seeing a lot of mid Beast. What's Mira up to? What's going on mid?
Yeah. He's breaking the smoke. He broke the smoke and now he's running away. What an absolute five-head. This is some read by Aurora. They knew that they were going to do a late smoke, so they just sent in the Weaver to break it. I mean, that is an absolute ravage right there. They don't have good heroes for catching Weaver. I guess that's what he realized already, seeing the heroes. He's like, worst thing that can happen to me is the Ice Shard me. Gush doesn't do anything. Shadow Strike doesn't do anything. Weaver just runs away. Looks like on the back of this, they might be able to go for 3 runes. Probably gonna be 2 for 2. 2 for 2 it is.
Okay.
So the mid lane is probably what I want to watch the most here, because Queen of Pain Beastmaster is not really a common matchup to see. Noteworthy, he is going for the Call of the Wild immediately, getting the Boar for extra last hitting damage. And this is not a lane where Queen of Pain can just go Shadow Strike and just win, because there are summons in lane, so you need to have Scream of Pain. But last hit wise, it is pretty hard against Beastmaster. I expect him to actually kind of destroy Queen of Pain. I think the matchup's really hard. Dear God, dirty the nice. 2 and 3 on the first creep wave.
Holy.
And still has 2 creeps to kill, so didn't even miss any CS really yet. There we go.
You know how sick it would be to be able to look on Pro Tracker and see if Kyotaku's been playing the Beastmaster, but you know, yeah, we can't do that. I've absolutely no idea if he's been practicing this or not.
But that's the power. That's why he did it, because nobody could see it coming.
Apparently we are pulling some creeps as well, but also apparently creeps are de-aggroed away from Sweden Strong. I don't know what happened there, but they are doing some random stuff.
Yeah. Did he miss them on the high ground?
No, they literally just they de-aggroed for absolutely no reason.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
Back to square one, I guess. He's running to look to contest something. And mid lane, this TF Junior Queen of Pain, he's a little bit confused what he should be doing. He's spamming screams, but doesn't really have a way to bully the Beastmaster too much. Still doing well for himself though. 7 and 4 last hits.
What do you make of the Tide facet as well? I have not. I know this. Like, do we go the Cruel Leader? Do we go the Kraken Swell? What's the go?
Yeah, he's the Cruel Leader facet. Does it? Oh, bottom lane.
Yeah, Monkushi. They might actually be able to get Miro by the looks of it. The dive over the top till the end, get some revenge from that previous game.
Very nice takedown. They're trying a little bit too hard to get the kill, and Phoenix swoops in for it. Didn't even have to expend his own blood grenade in that kill. So, still have that. But yeah, the Quill Eater, this Tidehunter wants to just grow, be big and strong. He starts out pretty small, but this facet feels so good to play. Eventually just becoming that big monster. A big part about it is just the extra strength gain. You can really feel it later on.
Okay.
Does it change name when you level up? Because he's called Diatom Eater. Oh, yeah, now he's Cool Eater. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it keeps updating with what he says he can eat.
Bottom again, another go. This time attempt onto Monkushi.
Mira. Dropping kinda low, but he has a Lotus, of course. Can heal himself up. Wow, the patience on Mira. Did not activate this Lotus.
Knows the limit. Knows that he's played a lot of Phoenix. He knows exactly how much damage that's going to do.
He's staring at his HP. Oh, Queen of Pain has to blink out to safety against the Wild Axis spam. This is where it starts getting annoying. Beastmaster has the boar to outlast at you with more damage than you, and then the axes really add up as a harassment tool. And he can even control the double water rune now as Queen goes back to base. 20 and 9. Fantastic start for Beast.
Yeah, the double water rune control is the big thing, right? So something the Invoker is pretty much the only one else that can do it. So yeah, very interesting actually.
Yep, allows him to refill fully here. Once he gets level 5, he'll have a lot of spamming going on. We'll see if he starts stacking anything for himself in jungle as well, because now Queen of Pain is level 5, you know, the mid-wave is more about shoving lane now than actually playing against each other. So this is where Beastmaster could start stacking up using that boar in the jungle as well. Or even going in Wild Axis, the big camp.
Triple S might be in some trouble if they can land some spells from Panto. Okay, just a little bit of harass. I thought maybe with the Jingu there would be a threat on his life.
Yeah, he dropped pretty low, but still had the magic stick and the Lotus, so probably a good read to not overcommit on him. But again, tagging him with these impalement arts. Sweden Strong tries to tank it, but has to be careful not to be the target instead.
It's lucky Panto's out of mana, unfortunately. They are missing a couple of creeps as well. Gotta go back and farm.
Difficult top lane. The Tide Tusks don't really do too well against the Monkey King safe. That's where that Tide Hunter can struggle a bit. Weaver. We see the migration of the support players coming for the 6-minute rune. The great pilgrimage that all supports must make.
Let's see how the level 6s are going to be impacting the power. Looks like it's going to be used top lane. Kiyotaka sees an opportunity onto Sweden Strong. We're actually going to try and come on over though. Till the end, Chiro Jr. What have you got in the arsenal? Sonic Wave ready to go. Oh, almost dived into the impalement art.
Yeah, close, close. That's the Sonic Wave, but not really enough help to bring anyone down there. Losing the Tusk too early. So good start for Aurora there with the rune netting them a kill, even though they lost the power rune to the Queen. This is so annoying for Queen of Pain. Look at her. HP just dropping. Oh, he wants to get the kill. He's running in circles. Nice.
Oh.
That's the hardest scream to land, actually, the Sonic Wave.
Miro?
What? Tip that mid laner right now.
Like, I mean, are we not communicating no dagger? I don't know. It seemed like he just thought Scream wasn't maxed out.
Yeah, I think he misread the situation completely there. I don't know. He didn't have any raindrops left on the Weaver as well, so he took the full brunt of that damage. But beautiful landing the Sonic Wave against someone trying to run, you know, ring around the rosy around you, because it can be difficult, the melee Sonic Wave sometimes.
There's some big kills for Chiro Jr. His top net worth. So what we were shaping up to be a bit of a rough start for him, 47-9 compared to the 41-7. He's still been able to find last hits and importantly some kills as well. There's going to be a relatively early Dagon and an opportunity for him to be able to get involved in the side lanes if he wants.
For sure. He's going to be huge on the back of this. Getting a double kill early as Queen is amazing. Oh, bottom lane, they're committing the Skewer.
Under the tower, but Munkushi stacking up a decent amount of the quills. Is it going to be enough to be able to fight back? That's not the case. Miro steps away and Toronto Tokyo was A-okay to be able to tank.
Wow. I didn't expect them to get that kill, but Aurora, they understand their limits, and Munkushi probably was also surprised by that. He didn't have his level 6 yet on Bristleback, so he couldn't really juke the RP or, you know, play on the movement speed of the ulti. Timing is just coming in well. Now I see some moves coming up towards top. They saw the Tidehunter earlier as he headed towards the jungle. Might go and look for him again. Queen of Pain with the Arcane Rune just kind of chilling and farming up towards the Dagon in the jungle.
Fit for a queen.
Sonic Wave and Arcane Rune though, this is a good time to try and find something together with the Tide. About to hit level 6. Gets it from that one range creep.
Did they see him with the Dyke ward or no?
Yeah, they saw the Queen. They saw him.
See till the end as well. Oh, nice. Panto. We have to stop the dive. And they will continue to avoid the Queen of Pain ganking with the Arcane Rune. So a bit of a swing and a miss. Which is going to help get some separation. Or I should say maybe help Kiyotaka close the distance of net worth. And now has usurped her.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty good read. They... Oh, bottom lane. Onto Toronto. Stops the skewer
nice.
with the Sonic. Beautiful timing on that one. And that was right before the Arcane Rune was about to time out as well. So both his TP Scroll and his Sonic Wave were used with lower cooldown. Kiyotaka wants a power rune, but there's a lot of heroes from Radiant. It's going to spawn top. Weaver can go over there and control it, so Queen Pain should really be able to get this one.
I didn't know you could use Mana Drought on your allies.
Yeah, you gotta hold control for it. You can't click it on allies.
Didn't
Yeah, I also didn't know at first until someone did it on me. I'm like, hold up, you can do that?
Just never cared. I wanted the meta myself. Didn't even think about trying.
I mean, I'm guilty as charged. I tried clicking on someone else, but I didn't think that you had to control click it. I thought you could, click it and then click on someone. But,
Yeah.
But no, it's very nice. Works the same way as giving a Lotus.
Well, good to see we have an even game here to close out the night. At least at the moment. Hopefully there's no crazy fights where it just blows completely open, but very close at the moment. They are looking to try and once again slow down whoever shows up bottom. It's just currently Mirror though, so Weaver looking to do his best to try and soak some experience. May die as a result of this. They really want to use the Sonic Wave for it. They won't have to.
He didn't have ulti, so they just keep hitting him. The thing about Weaver support is that you always max the swarm, right? So only 2 points in the Shukuchi, 12 seconds cooldown. A long window where they can just run him down. Fantastic start here for OneWin. Sure, it's a 1k gold lead for Aurora, but I think OneWin are the ones who have the better tempo right now, with heroes ready to fight. The Phoenix has his ulti ready.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
All of them are looking pretty good.
Kind of important though with the tier 1 tower going down bottom, because now it makes it a little bit easier for OneWin to invade if they want to and take the stacks away, and they have a pretty good lineup to be able to do that.
Yeah. Not only that, even if they don't go and invade these stacks, it also makes it even harder to control that Tormentor. We already said that it's a bit Radiant favored. You have that tower really close to it. Now you took away the closest tower for Aurora. So if they want to play for Torm, it's going to be a little bit harder to get over there. One thing they haven't done though is they haven't cracked the safe lane tower. And that's true for both teams, I guess, as the safe laners are quite strong in this game.
Dire are scanning.
Do you think that is something that could be considered if you are playing Radiant, where having maybe a stronger safe lane to, one, keep your tower alive, but also to potentially win the lane and then have the opportunity to take an early offlane tower, just to limit that potential for the enemy team to TP down closer to contest the Tormentor?
I mean, it's definitely thinking a few steps in, but I think there's some merit to that. I think overall, just having strong lanes is important in this meta we're in, just period. But specifically doing it with this in mind, it's not a bad idea. There is a lot of value to having the tier 1 tower and be in full control of that form. Now they're going top, taking out the tier 1 safe lane for Aurora, who are basically just going jungle right now. 300 gold, and we'll see a Kiyotaka ready to activate. Oh, the monkey should just die here.
Nice.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Queen of
attack.
Pain with the Dagon brings all the damage you need, and Tusk with a little bit of catch. So not only do you get the tower, but also get that important takeout. Now we have Wisdom Rune spawning. Doesn't look like anyone is in a good position to steal, though. I still call them runes, by the way. I don't know. I will struggle to call them shrines again, or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a rune now. They're holding the rune. You can see it in the top of the shrine.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I also DD and amp damage. It's
Yeah,
a tough
yeah.
one.
It's always DD in my heart. I have a friend that actually has a tattoo of the DD rune on his arm, and
Oh, no.
I'm like, is that an amplified damage rune you got there? No, this is a DD rune.
Why did he get a DD tattoo though? Why not another one?
It's his favorite rune, and then his girlfriend, I believe, has Arcane rune tattooed.
I see. Okay.
It's kind of cute. A cute couple's tattoo.
Aurora OneWin actually. We're gonna clash with the smoke. Toronto Token with the blink reveal. They are clumped up, but instant reaction to disengage. They want to make sure there's no opportunity for a multi-man RP. They will lose Sweet and Strong by the looks of it, but it's going to take a little bit of time, which will give an opportunity for the Tide to come over. Threat of the Ravage is ready. Will come over at the last second. Not the greatest. They'll be able to get out of range of the Supernova. So 2 ultimates completely wasted. Now Nightfall is in. Massive Boundless Strike, but they don't have the net worth to be able to fight back here. Aurora you're feeling strong enough to be able to take the team fight deep into OneWin's territory, and we see that was the absolute wrong read from them. They were not able to take this team fight. Boys on OneWin strong enough to be able to fight back.
Whew. OneWin. That was pretty back and forth though. You could see a moment there where it looked like, oh, Aurora, none of them died from the Ravage and the immediate combo there. Everyone kind of staying alive through it. But in the end, not really able to lock people in place in that Wukong's command. So everyone just walked out. And now we see a Tormentor. All 5 of them helping each other. Bring it down, and Tusk gets himself the shard. Also has 1800 gold on the back of this fight, so he's closing in on a Blink Dagger in a very nice timing. That was like the biggest early game fight we've had all day, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so many little things, like as soon as the smoke popped from OneWin, you saw the instant dive away from till the end and the blink as well. If you are even less than a second shy of doing that exactly when they did, Toronto Tokyo would have been in with the multi-man RP, and how different that would have looked if you start the fight earlier instead of wasting your 5-6 seconds on the Tusk.
I want to give a lot of credit of that fight to Triple S and his item build. He went for pipe first item on Tide. We talked about item builds and, you know, shard or not shard, Vladimir's blink, whatever. But he went for first item pipe, nothing else, and that was completely the correct decision. Against Beastmaster Aghanims, it's so good to have a pipe. Not only do you prevent his damage, you prevent him healing himself by a lot. Because otherwise he would heal for 20% of the damage he does. Now, he doesn't heal at all because it's just damage into a barrier, which doesn't heal you. So Beast just couldn't really stand his ground as well.
Radiant are scanning.
I wonder what the follow build is then going to be for the Tide Hunter afterwards. Like, are we looking at some Scepter? Which I've seen some Tides go at the moment. I've always been a big fan of Scepter, especially if you have a lineup that's going to be able to utilize the minus armor and maybe has their own minus armor in the Bristleback too. That's
true. I would like to see it. Looks like he's going for Vladimir's next, but I wouldn't mind seeing Vladimir's into Aghanim Scepter. And then maybe just sprinkle in a shard when you feel like it's time. Like I said, it has been down prioritized, right? It was arguably one of the best shards in the entire game, and they got nerfed a lot of times. So now it's a decent shard. Ooh, Ringmaster.
It's been strong.
No way out of this one.
Yeah, no. Ambitious use of the Wheel of Fortune as well. I mean, this is such an ideal position for the game to be for OneWin. You take T1 tower instantly. Such a clean move back towards the Roche pit.
Yeah, the way I view the game right now is like the ball is firmly in their control. Now they just need to not fumble it, right? They have a lot of moves that they need to make on OneWin. They're definitely in great position to do so. They got the Tormentor going for the Roche, but at the same time, they're only 1k gold ahead. So any misplay, and the game might turn again.
Definitely is a fine line that they're going to need to play. Because we see the farm. We see this farm that is picking up for the boys on Aurora. Like, still, Kiyotaka's getting whatever he wants. Is this Blink? It is Blink. So it's Blink getting delivered. You have Nightfall. I believe looks like he's going to be going BKB next item too. So feeling like this is required. Otherwise, this game might start to slip out.
Yeah, I think that's correct against the teamfight ultis. Oh, speaking of,
roll
into the face of Bristle.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Aegis Bristle back as well, but the Sonic Wave pushed away. The nuke is a lot, but it's just good for one. They might be able to get Nightfall on the retreat. Triple S is going to be in to catch up to Panto as well. So a heavy committal for the Aegis. And that is all they're going to get with also the extra onto the Phoenix, but it's not good enough for Aurora. And now this game, 1,000 deficit. Oh, change it into a 4k lead for OneWin.
Yeah, they were hoping he was completely alone there. They were like, okay, this Bristle, he's going to be playing alone with Aegis, and they're making a smoke gank somewhere else. We should go on him right now. Sadly, that bluff, or they called a bluff, and it wasn't a bluff. They just ran into everything. Get absolutely turned around on by a beautiful 3-man multi from Chia Jr. 6-0 and 6, having a fantastic start. Dagon, Kaya, and only 1,000 gold away from Aghanim Scepter. Which, by the way, this looks like an amazing Aghanim's game. So good against the Monkey King, so good against the Weaver, being able to have the AoE on the Shadow Strike.
Okay. Easy.
Yeah, no way out. Weaver gets caught as well. And Tides, looks like after Vladimir's, he has queued up the shard.
Okay, Nightfall's fine.
Cheer gonna be fine as well, as the Ringmaster ulti is not gonna be a threat to him.
Is the Atos build common on the ring? I know we got it 1 or maybe 2 games early, but I wasn't sure if it was game dependent, but it seems like there's been a lot more Atos Ringmaster games than I was expecting.
I think it's really good. Like, it's pretty much the build that I like the most personally, but there are different styles to play it. You can play more around saving people. Ether Lens is fantastic for the escape act, and having a Glimmer Cape on Ringmaster is definitely not bad at all. But just to kind of help you catch heroes like Queen of Pain can be very worth it. We haven't seen too much value from it so far, though. They're gonna smoke up.
What you need is... This could be the that time where we get to see how the Atos is going to be able to work out here for Panto.
Yeah, if he gets vision on the Queen, he's too far away from it, though.
Smoke's gonna pop Toronto Tokyo.
Oh, he gets
oh man, what an RP just on the edge! Into the tame the piece and the stun lock Toronto Tokyo!
Man, that was just a train ticket down straight to hell. Just no way out of that combo. Beautiful damage. Toronto has been delivering so well on his Magnus.
Yeah.
And there's an Arcane Rune too. Gonna pass that to the Beastmaster. Made it look easy there.
I get it now, Wago. I get it. I mean, it's just ex-teammate. He sent a couple messages. I know they're rivals now, but he sent a couple messages over to Collapse, or maybe he just watched some replays. He remembered some wisdom that Collapse dropped on their run to TI victories, the Arlington Major victory as well, and I mean this mag performance from him in this game, previous game, he needs to continue it though, because there is a 3,000 deficit, but he's gonna have a lot of gold to work with this game.
Yeah, definitely. And it could not have happened at a better timing as well. Like, they were falling behind so hard, getting this takedown on the Queen of Pain, who otherwise was going without dying a single time. And Queen is one of those heroes, we always say, she can have a dominating game, but then you die once and it feels like, what, now the game is suddenly hard, or maybe even over. Fortunately for him though, he has Aghanim Scepter. He's gonna be a lot stronger next fight, and he has the insane neutral item with it. Searing Signet, Aghanim's Queen of Pain is a busted combo. Like, it's S tier, it's so strong. Because you keep reapplying the Shadow Strike on everyone, and they just tick down for a lot of damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But a lot of damage you're going to be outputting, but like you said, are you going to be able to stay alive for the Queen of Pain? So,
yep.
Are we looking at defensive item next for Chiro Jr.?
I think maybe Tusk just needs to be ready.
Linking in aggressively. Speaking about the Queen of Pain, Atos into the wheel of one done. Nightfall's going to hold it balanced. Oh, nicely done, sweet and strong. The timing of the snowball actually stops the cast animation. Nightfall held it just a little bit too long.
Oh, that was so close. Almost get him. Actually, Queen of Pain gonna get
Mirror gonna get him? Mirror's gonna get him? Maybe?
Yeah.
Wait, how did he get... Okay.
Wow. The Spirit Vessel lowering the region even more. Yeah, get some tips for that man. Mira, with the Soul Read, knew exactly what to do.
And can they actually be here now?
I don't think so. I think the two of them have overstayed.
You got Ravage, I suppose. What do we got on Dire? No Wukongs, no Raw. RP is there from Toronto Tokyo, but the respawns are coming up, and maybe the threat of buybacks will be enough to hold Aurora back, who have evened this game.
Yeah, Aurora working their way back into what has been a pretty difficult early game for them. But on the back of a enormous pick off there onto the Queen of Pain. This Weaver now has a nice influx of gold as well. Gonna fund his Yule Scepter, put him closer towards that. And kind of nice for them, they have double Rod of Atos, the Weaver and the Ringmaster. Some people would see that and say, oh, I hate 2 Rod of Atos, but I'm the other way around. I think when you have 2 of them, it's gonna be so annoying. You can, you know, try to run away, but as a Queen of Pain, it's gonna be very difficult to blink around and move freely. Oh, Weaver gets jumped by the Queen. Gets jumped again.
This is just space. So many heroes. Toronto Toku is going to cut mid. Top's getting sieged. Kiyotaka, a name I don't think I've said this game, to be honest, is
Yeah,
I was farming well, but he's quite silent.
Kiyotaka has had a very quiet game. He's basically just building up. He built the Aghanim Scepter, got the Blink Dagger. Now with the full BKB though, kind of wish that we will see him join for some more pickoffs and fights.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Then again, their lineup does scale really well. It's kind of hard to say which team scales better in this game. Like Radiant isn't bad late game, but both Tide and Bristleback fall off a little bit more than Monkey, Beast, and Magnus, I would say. All those heroes are very, very strong at level 25 timings.
Yeah. I'd probably say Dire? I would favor.
Dire's
Oh
middle
yeah,
tower
Just-
is
yeah.
under attack.
I think so too. It's like, it's not by a huge margin, but I do think that they are the ones, if we just keep going and the net worth difference is 1k, I think 20 minutes from now, that would be a big win for them.
Sweet and strong. So try and jump in over to the left side. Importantly, Kiyotaka, guys, he got the damage to be able to blow up the Queen of Pain with the assistance of the Atos to hold her down. They do. They've got the damage and they might get till the end as well as Toronto Tokyo stops him at the buzzer. That's a 3-for-0 exchange.
That was Kiyotaka coming in, finding the big pickoff, lands on the right target, onto the Queen of Pain, and Weaver just there to help enough to make sure the kill happens. And suddenly, Aurora are the ones who are the aggressors looking for more. Wisdom is spawning, and Weaver, he's not too worried about these 2 heroes. Goes in, gets forced to ulti, that's fine.
Attack.
And Toronto Tokyo now has his Aghanim Scepter as well. He's already been doing really well fishing for skewer backs. A lot easier to do when you have the Ag's Horn Toss as well.
Alright. What's the probability? 50-50. 3,000 net worth lead.
Anyone's game,
Good position.
according
Yeah.
to Gaben. Roche is up. Both teams pretty fast at taking it. As Radiant are the ones in position for it. Dire are the ones smoking over to contest it though. Could be dangerous to just go for Roche here. If you get a Wukong's command dropped on you, that is gonna spell despair for everyone in the pit. The roar kinda gives
What's the
away
scout?
what's happening.
Do they really want to walk
Horn
back
toss?
in? Toronto
Uh-oh.
Tokyo drags 2 back. Can they get the Ravage to be able to counter? Supernova over the left side with the Sonic Wave as well. It's going to push them away, but they've been able to deal with the co-op. No mid laner, no Tusk as well. So a 3v5. Munkushi, I don't think has got the net worth to be able to succeed inside this team fight. Aurora, they should be able to find the remaining members and also get Roche afterwards as well. But the buybacks will come out. Triple S was holding the Ravage. Will use it the last second, but they've got nothing. Nothing left in the take. Mukushi's going to have to run away, but it's a dieback from Sweet and Strong. He entered, and as soon as he TP'd in, he's back into the grave, and Mirror is also trying to catch up to Munkushi. Won't be able to do so, but I can now look to try and get Roche off the back of this fight.
There's that Ringmaster Etherlands box, right? He has the escape act, was just holding it, making sure that Kiyotaka was safe, and on the back of a really, really nice initiation, again Toronto Tokyo finds the 2 heroes skewer back into a Wukong's. Just a perfect fight. Tusk did make a nice little play. He tried to snowball save the people in the Wukongs, and he did succeed at picking them up. But meanwhile, Queen of Pain was the one locked down as well and just get picked off by the Beastmaster. So it's you can't save everyone at the same time as a little Tusk.
Unfortunately, kind of now. This game is a couple of fights, and you got some big advantages here for Dai to play with. Large economic lead, biggest of the game, I believe, and yep, that is the case.
Yeah.
Shiva's DD on Kirotaka with the ages, and they can now look to walk it down. What are we also close to? Harpoon almost on Nightfall with level 20.
Getting the big levels are the important thing. Hitting level 20, Beastmaster already had his, Monkey has his now, and Magnus is about to get level 20 as well. It's all just coming in for them, getting more and more power spikes. And meanwhile, Radiant falling into this weird spot where, you know, we're supposed to have the big teamfight spells, but somehow Dire's teamfight spells are working out way better. Ringmaster, Magnus, Wukongs, these are no joke. I mean, honestly, instinctively, when I look at the draft, I see Tide and I see Phoenix, and I think, oh, that team must have great team fights. But then you take a closer look at Aurora, it's like, oh, hold up. Hold up, this draft is got some serious combinations. Oh, Queen of Pain gonna get set up on. She does not have a BKB.
No defensive items has really been a big issue for her. And it was just that one death, right?
Yeah.
It's exactly like you said, one death, and sometimes that could just spiral out of control, and it's felt like the four others have come in quick succession afterwards, and Nightfall's gonna get another freebie. It's just, they seem to be crumbling.
Dirty setups all over the place. I mean, Weaver with the Yules into Atos to hold him in place there as well. That's just disgusting. You're not supposed to be held in place for 4.5 seconds by a Weaver, a hero with no disable. But Queen of Pain does not have a BKB, does not have a Yule Scepter or anything like that to get out of a combo herself. And yeah, the map is full of terrors right now. I also love the way they're warding. Very aggressive wards coming out from Mira on this Weaver. Oh, they see Bristle. Not allowing him to go through a gate. Oh, he's hopefully channeling it, but
oh, they got there. Oh man, this is not a good crumble.
Nah, this feels really sad, especially with how hard they were dominating the early game, getting the Tormentors, getting the Roche, everything going their way. At some point, they just kind of ran out of gas and started getting picked off by these Aurora players. Queen of Pain again.
Super aggressive blink in. They're going to be able to find the top of the Sunray heal. It's not even enough, dude. Tusk is gone before even the threat of a snowball save. And everyone else is just watching idly by, but shortly you're going to be skewered back into the middle. Toronto, Toko, and Aurora, they do not care about a forfeit game one. By the looks of it, they're going to be able to take it in 2-0 sweep in fashion.
Really looks like it. They're respawning kind of soon on Bristle back. Tusk as well, 20 seconds on both. But they're just going to go for the bottom lane of Rax. They know Tidehunter doesn't have buy. Queen of Pain probably would have bought back if she did have it by now. She's 50 gold off, by the way. So close to having buyback. Toronto took some damage, but it's going to be fine. Of course, Beastmaster still has his Aegis ready, so even though he's low, it is kind of deceptive. He also has a backpack refresher on Beast. Wait to get that in there.
Yeah, just casually.
Swapping it. Gets boxed up. Might want to turn this.
A BKB from Kirotaka.
He gets the Rax.
With the barracks. Easy. Sweden Strong, are we thinking about this, really?
He doesn't want to let them just get away. It feels horrible to lose 2 lanes of Rax and then watch them just walk away, but he does not have a way to catch them, not without Tidehunter alive. Finally, the big boy respawns, but it is a little bit late. Now with Shield Rune, Beastmaster is going to be pretty confident. I think we might see them immediately smoke again. Ringmaster gets a smoke delivered. Magnus, is he? Oh yeah, he has Refresher too. They have double RP and double Primal Roar in the next fight. I don't see how you're saving people. I think they're just gonna get stunts on stunts on stunts right now. There's gonna be a Roar on the Tidehunter if
positioning.
he gets to see him. Or just
They
smack
are
him down.
kind of nearby. It's going to run the opposite direction of the team, which makes it a little bit awkward now with the position in Kiyotaka. Slowed down, unable to find the blink, but they're going to be able to isolate with the burst back. He does still have his back turned towards him.
Snowball.
And there's the snowball save. It is a lot wasted. They're still going to be forced to drag him further into the middle, inside the Wukong Dimension. Bless is too late. They needed the Ravage earlier, but the seconds that they didn't have it is going to cost them drastically. That is an ambitious TP out, and that is all she wrote. Ultra kill for Nightfall. They're going to walk her down and send one win over towards the lower bracket.
Yeah, one win. They didn't land Queen of Pain ulti onto the Monkey King as well. You need to get onto these big core heroes. He went for the Weaver, but ultimately not really the priority targets. They're buying back. They don't want this series to be over, but they don't have much authority over this game right now. Aurora say, really? You want to defend? Okay, they'll just back up. Don't need to go and die. They can wait for their cooldowns again. They're 28,000 gold ahead now. What was a really close game not too long ago. I mean, what is it, 7 minutes or something? 7 minutes ago it was dead even.
Yeah.
It's pretty rapid that everything fell out of hand. Actually, it was more. It was like 10 minutes, but... everything started going downhill ever since that first Queen of Pain death.
What are we up to now? We're up to 7. I think this is one of those heroes that has a bit of a death quota. I think you go over 3. Game's pretty tough.
Yeah, I can agree with that assessment. I'm a level 30 dirty queen spammer, and yeah, you're definitely not allowed to die more than like 2 or 3 times if you want the game to be easy. More than that, and you're gonna have to work hard.
Yeah, more than that, it's like, okay, my carry is maybe getting me over the finish line or someone else, but...
yeah, you get in someone's backpack. You need a big carry. Tormentor, gonna get taken down again. This time it's Weaver getting a shard. Not really the most impactful shard by now, but does help him clear the creep waves a little bit.
He has... How long's he had Wind Waker for?
He had it for the fight over by the outpost. That was like the first fight he had it in. I don't even think he got to use it in that fight. I didn't see if he got it off. Queen jumped him and ulted him. But yeah, the Wind Waker, not a bad item to have, I guess. Not necessarily insane in this game. It would have been stronger almost for 1 win to have a Wind Waker on the team. Would feel amazing against the Beastmaster, but they don't quite have the luxury of having that much farm. They're working on an Aeon disc on Phoenix. I wonder if he should go Aghanims instead. And just like pick up whoever gets worked.
Oh.
Ooh. Mid lane.
I don't... Your talk?
He's fine.
Doesn't it... Oh, really? Yup, Kiyotaka? I mean, this guy is...
Not the
I don't know how a
easiest
jump
targets.
works unless it's onto Panto.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tricky. Panto always being able to save people sitting behind. And Panto, by the way, has a Aeon disc on himself, so kind of hard to burst him as well. Like, even if you ravage him, Aeon disc triggers, and then he boxes himself and probably gets out of there.
What? Am I missing something? Why has he got minus 60 damage?
Oh, he has the greedy. He has the upgraded greedy Gale Guard.
Okay, thank you. Yep.
Yeah, because there's the weaker greedy, that's minus 30, and then there's the minus 60 greedy in the tier 3. He's big
shot
greed.
over to him.
Ooh. Does he get it?
Yes. Oh, he's holding it at the moment. I guess
Yeah.
Mag's got 1, Beast has got 1, Monkey's got 1. What, you really want
yeah.
Weaver?
All
Double
this-
Cyclone? Sick, bro.
I didn't see they already got it on this guy. Yeah, Weaver doesn't want it, so... Feels amazing for Ringmaster though. Refresher with Aeon Disc is also really strong.
Yeah. one more fight potentially. Aurora. We'll have
It's
to go
all or
into a
nothing.
choke point.
Can't go on the monkey. He has Aegis. Oh no, monkey is in.
Oh, he is balls to the wall. Nightfall doesn't give a damn though with the lead that they've got. Over to the right side as well. Some ultimates being casted. Munkushi is using early BKB, putting all his attention over towards Panto, who will use the refresher last second. Toronto Tokyo to the rescue, but it's a quick finger over the Ravage, pushed away with the Sonic Wave. It's a good fight, man. They're falling low on Aurora, but it's not low enough. The finishing blow, it's not coming out. Munkushi, he's over to the right side. He's not been able to kill anyone just yet. We'll finally deal with Panto, but it took a little bit too long. Nightfall's going to try and fly over the top with the Boundless Strike. They are lacking the ways to stop him from getting inside the base. Meanwhile, Kiyotaka is also battling over towards two of the other members from One Win, so they're not out of it just yet.
I mean, the roar is off cooldown again. Beastmaster with that minus 30-second cooldown. If he sees Tusk here, he will jump immediately, I think. Just thinking about it. Gonna go to base instead. Or push top, I mean. By the way, that fight was so important Nightfall went in that aggressively. The fact that he did that zoned out a lot of Radiance players. Chia Jr. spent quite a big portion of that fight just standing outside Wukong's command. With the refresher casting a second Wukong, so he just couldn't really join his frontliners.
Yes, I love seeing my Weaver run around with double gem.
He can see everything. He can see the past and the future. It's lore accurate. He is the weaver of reality, after all.
He's not even bringing... Is he bringing Corio now? What's going on? Okay, yeah, he's bringing...
No, he's just gonna keep them. He wants to see it. Finally, he's
They,
gonna
they
send
should.
one.
There should be a buff. Why not? Like, actually, why not?
Double the radius?
I
Make
don't.
it so.
I don't care what it is, but just make it something. Like, why not have?
You
There's
can combine
nothing.
them. It's like like a Diablo system of refining gems, right? You turn it from
Sure.
a chipped gem into a flawless gem or something. You upgrade them.
Sure.
Yeah. You would get some PoE crafting going on with the Dota gems. I struggle to get my teams to buy a single gem in pubs, man. But
Yeah, well,
maybe if they could
this
be
is-
upgraded to something cool, then people would.
it's not a flashy item, but if you're a true support player, you want to get some dubs. That's the item you go for.
I still think that gem and rapier should be combinable for the ultimate droppable item.
Oh, mirror. Nice position. Pops a smoke. A little bit awkward being out of the base. That's a nice target to be able to blow up. Unfortunately, it's got the A on disc. And they're going to have a
dropping.
difficult time to protect the egg. They will. Sonic Wave is far too late. Meanwhile, down to the south, Kiyotaka trying to solo Sweet and Strong. He's not going to have the damage. And now he's... Oh, that Ravage was weird. Triple S early here.
Queen is dead.
Still, Kiyotaka is completely isolated. All the time was spent to try and deal with the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, he got RP'd. I mean, there's so many disables. You just can't stay alive against it. So in the end, they did lose their Beastmaster. But still a fantastic pick-off for them, getting the Queen of Pain, dead for 85. Beastmaster has buyback as well, if he wants to. He could make a play with that level 2 travels. Most likely they're just gonna chill though, no RP, wait for the cooldowns.
They need another little bit of 1,000 gold. Make this high ground breakable.
Oh, they're going out there, the ones looking for a pick-off in fact. Tusk, kind of hunting. See the Ringmaster, an ideal target. Kind of gets to safety though.
Tower is under attack.
Had the same bug this game that we had with casting earlier. Like, you see the top rune, the Arcane rune? It's not
Yeah.
there, right? But it is there. You see it on the minimap, but we can't see it as spectators. But there is actually an Arcane rune there. They're keeping it for the Beastmaster. I was confused about this bug earlier with the DD rune. Remember the game we were casting?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
there's a DD. Wait, is there? It is just an invisible rune. The players see it. That's all that matters.
There we go.
And now we see it. It's when it's in Fog of War. It goes invisible for us.
Sorry, we got some... Enter?
And
Actually,
it's
use
gone
the
cool
wheel.
down.
Triple S is into the middle. Is this the fight you really want to take from one win? Supernova, this time they're going to be able to do a pretty good job to protect it. Nightfall, nice bound the strike into the Wukong's command. Can they keep their Monkey King alive?
He's
Though it's a
dropping.
massive ring, but he is gone. No Nightfall. They need to get more out of this, but can they actually do so? The resources,
He has Ravage.
along with the spells, are limited. Triple S, he's not going to be able to get Ravage off. Doesn't cast it before his death and now feels required to buy back. But it's going to take a little bit of time for him to get into the middle. Tura Jr. is also in some danger as well, playing on a knife's edge, and
There's no
Toronto
Tura.
Tokyo recognizes this. What a skewer. Lines him up, knocks him down. And they should be able to duck away. Their base creeps are in and soon to fall as well to lose some objectives, but they will be able to end the fight before any of the tier 4s are under any real threat.
Looking for more. Have BKB and Refresher on Magnus. He's going for
Oh,
a double.
wait, really? Buy back into the boots of travel into the middle. Radiant got a couple of their own
refresh.
buybacks as well. Another use of the RP. They've got the Bristol back turret to the face. Oh my god, the chain control from Toronto
Kiyotaka,
Tokyo. It's
though.
almost perfect, but it's not enough. Kiyotaka, that's going to be a dieback. And have they actually just done a little bit of a 3-2-2 throw that was just super ambitious and almost unnecessary?
Yeah, I think they felt forced to do it because he had BKB and Refresher on Magnus and they had the travels available. But this was a fight they did not need to invest in. 100 seconds now, no Beastmaster. They could quite possibly go and just push Beast. The Primal, or sorry, Primal, the Bristleback is ready to do some damage. He buys a Butterfly coming out. Not bad itemization. There's a Daedalus on the Monkey,
There's
so...
a DD.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a DD, dude. Someone check, please.
Yeah, this is the GG push. You want to have a DD room for it? Go take it. They gotta go
Let me
check
see
it. Okay, Bristleback. He is about to do
Auto.
some serious damage. 60 seconds. I mean, they have enough time. RP is on cooldown for 50, by the way.
They could. Oh, wait, go! No,
they could
come
push.
on. Oh.
Oh, feels like the nerves are coming in here.
Yeah.
Like, it's easy for us with, you know, calm analysis to say, okay, no RP, no buyback on Beast. You could just push it, but ultimately the Wukongs is still a little bit terrifying to push into. They're gonna try and play it safe, so to say. Go take the Roche. Get themselves that. That is a big advantage for them getting the Refresher.
Yeah.
I guess you give that to Tides. I mean, Queen, actually. Yeah, they have so many heroes that want the Refresher right now.
I would rather Queen, I think. Double
Yeah.
Sonic Wave and double Aeon. She's doing
Yeah.
so much damage with Sonic Wave in the fight. And I think importantly, the Sonic Wave, if used correctly, is also keeping the egg alive, which has been something that we've seen Nightfall try and just
No, I
jump in the
agree.
middle and bring down.
It's also the, like, as you mentioned, the Aeon Disc, but also his BKB, right? When he doesn't have it in these fights, he gets controlled by the simplest thing, the little Rod of Atos, the Hex on the Weaver. There are a lot of random things that will get you killed. So this will help him stay alive a lot. He's closing in on level 25 on Queen. If you can get that big damage from 250 extra on Sonic Wave with the Refresher, could maybe get some surprise pickoffs.
Interesting.
I mean, there's
Are we
a
gonna-
huge net worth lead for Aurora, but it's still anyone's game as they don't have buyback on the Beasts, losing that earlier.
And Monkey doesn't have the gold as well, importantly. I don't know if the Refresher was the last thing Nightfall brought out, but he might be seen flying through the trees shortly with the ward. Oh. For some reason, he chose otherwise, going back to base instead.
He didn't get spotted at all as well. He ran like right along the line of vision.
Hero will
Weaver.
get spotted though. No
Windmaker.
buyback it's still a pretty big kill. Oh,
Oh, they don't even get him. That is rough. Yeah, he looks ravaged, but he isn't. The Queen of Pain not having Shard makes it kind of hard to get that pick off as well. If he had Shard, he could just blink on him when he lands from the Wind Waker. get the insta-silence on him. Can't time-lapse away. But,
Oh, and now they're getting run down. And a DD as well.
well, Tidehunter does have Refresher. He purchased one. So, this could be a surprise, you know. I don't think they've seen the Refresher Orb yet.
No, they would have seen it. They would have seen it. He had it before.
Oh, he had it in that? Okay.
Yeah. Toronto Tokyo? Sweden Strong, pretty good positioning. Actually going to be able to pop the smoke. And now Toronto Tokyo has to use a BKB early on, which now may make him more hesitant with how he wants to jump inside some of these fights. So they'll back away, and it looks like they will not be able to capitalize on the Ravage being on cooldown.
Yeah. Looks like they're gonna get to wait that one out. At the same time, it's also Aegis, right? Aegis and Defender's advantage, so Ravage was on cooldown, yes, but do you really want to push into a Bristleback with Aegis for no reason? You could just be patient. This game is already extended well into the 51-minute mark, but you might as well be waiting until next Roche comes around. I'm kind of expecting Weaver to pick up an Aghanim Scepter here sooner or later. He went for the aggressive choice of the Hex, but I definitely wouldn't mind seeing him able to ulti his teammates and save them. I guess the downside is it's only 500 cast range. It used to be so long cast range. What was it, 900 or something? Aghanims was really strong. It just got hard nerfed. Radiant.
I'm trying to think.
Moving out.
Yeah.
Weaver with the
trying to
perma
think,
Shikuchi. Yeah, sorry.
I was just gonna say, I'm trying to think of what the other item might be if he doesn't want the scepter on.
Yeah. I mean, he could always go back for like just a BKB of his own, honestly, to allow him to play the game a little bit more in the fights. That's one possibility. Other than that, he could pick up random items. Like, a random Vlad's on him isn't even bad here. We're so late into the game, getting more lifesteal onto your Monkey King, getting more lifesteal on your heroes, and more damage. When heroes are this high level, Vlad's is a big damage increase. Already having the Hex. I suppose he could also just add like an Aeon Disc for a layer of safety if he wants.
Speaking of safety, the buybacks are coming up pretty shortly as well. I mean, importantly, Dire about to have all of theirs. Radiant cooldowns is a bit of an issue at the moment, but also gold preventing them.
Also looking at the same thing as our observer right now. This Monkey King quick buy is looking pretty juicy. Got the rapier in there. Nightfall thinking he could do some big damage and just end the game. One way or another, the game ends.
That is true. Is it going to be a good end for Aurora, or is it going to be a bad end? We'll have to see.
It's the Dota RPG. Good or bad ending.
Well, he's got the
Queen of
gold.
Pain. Queen of Pain still has that Aeon Disc ready to unlock for the next fight, by the way. He's been holding the lock on that for a while. Just want to have it ready. When the fights are this chaotic, it feels like
spooky.
Yeah, and the pickoffs are so fast, right? Like, he could die very, very quickly if he gets jumped by Beastmaster plus Monkey. So, you gotta be cautious about this. The fact that he has to unlock it. If he gets jumped, his panic reaction has to be very good to unlock it. But, yeah, we saw Dire do what I was talking about. Just wait for the Aegis to time out. 2 more minutes, and Roche could possibly spawn. We'll see what timer it's gonna be. Radiant pretty limited in their ability to go out on the map right now. Most of them sitting stuck at base. And Queen of Pain went for the blink cooldown instead of the damage, prioritizing having mobility in these fights. I don't fault him for that. Definitely not bad a choice.
It's a bit boring though.
A little bit boring. You know, that Refresher Shard could do a lot more damage if it was the 250 talent. Could be bursting people. Tusk
Strong.
goes in. Ooh.
Give him the gold, dude. Let him buy Scepter.
The poor Tusk, he's trying. let him finish up his scepter, but the greedy Queen of Pain. She wants a Lincoln's.
Please hit the creep. Oh.
Just
Farm, my
running,
friend. What's going
watch him run around. He's got a cheese. That thing used to have value, but you know,
True.
with inflation on the rise and with all things going on, the cheese isn't even worth anything anymore.
Radiant are scanning.
Kind of strange how that works. Should be worth more. Sell it for 1,000.
Yeah, I agree.
I was scammed last time, just yesterday, trying to sell my cheese. I was like, surely I could get my gold for buyback with this.
Wait, did you try? I see. Okay,
Yeah, I
makes
mean, I
sense. If you
thought-
want to buy back, yeah.
I thought I could get my gold for it, you know?
Sorry, mate. It doesn't work like that no more, apparently.
No. Take it away.
You should be
Beastmaster's
able to
queued
sell
up.
it.
Queued up the overwhelming blink. Coming up next. Any other big timings that we have coming in? Let's see. Queen working on Lincoln's, of course. Tusk has the money now for his Aghanim Scepter, but he also still needs to have buyback, so he's gonna hold that money for a little bit longer.
Does he need buyback? You
He kinda does.
Come on.
He kinda does. 56-minute games. You die without buyback, you get reported immediately. Your team. A Ringmaster has an Aghanim Scepter and a BKB queued up. Big ambitions for this man. Oh, he's going for the smoke play here. Gonna smoke up his team. Oh, not even.
Oh, they want out of this game. They're going to try and end it.
Here goes Magnus.
Kushi out of the base. Toronto, Tokyo will not get him, though.
Imagine if Tusk had an Aghanims. You could just turn it around, kick the Magnus in again. And then he
Sure,
RPs your
Junior.
entire team.
Wait, Chira Jr.
Ooh, got the
Well, we're
BKB
going to have
out,
to see
but-
if the Aeon Disc is going to be activated. Probably not. Okay, Blink's still there. BKB, like you said, was activated. Toronto, Tokyo goes in now. Forcing the fight out of the base. Will they be able to protect the Supernova? No one's going to try and turn to deal with the egg. Ravage is there, but the follow-up is a little bit lacking at the moment. We're going to have to keep tabs of the refreshers.
What a
Second
fight.
round of the ultimates are good to go. Triple S gets out of the Wukongs. Inside though with the Bristle back in a little bit of danger, with the Tusk trying to snowball in to help the Bristle as best as it can, but Monkushi still should end up dying afterwards. The buyback's going to be the hot commodity here for one win. Can they use this to be able to turn the tides? It doesn't look like it's going to be a factor for them. I mean, they are buying back, but no one is dying on Aurora. 0 casualties so far, and they get out on everyone.
The saves are so good. The Windmaker from the Weaver there, I think onto the, was it Beastmaster? Just saving him from all the damage of Queen of Pain, who tried to commit with a refresher blinking in. Just not able to bring anyone down, and that was a really, really detrimental blow. 54,000 lead now after buybacks are spent. And we see one win rushing to the Roche pit. They know if they don't get this, might as well give up.
There's a rapier on Monkey, which I'm not gonna lie, kind of feels a little bit unnecessary with just you getting all of these buybacks out. I feel like this gives now a minor opportunity for one win, but anyway.
Kind of. Yeah. Oh, they're on Ringmaster. Not a bad target.
Actually, complete a Scepter should be able to use the escape act once again, but he's probably going to die afterwards by the looks of it. Toronto Tokyo waiting the wings. The road's going to be there. Snowball along with the Aeon Disc. Instant nullified. Chirurgeon is going to be cautious. Tokyo's waiting. The creeps are in the
Hornetoss.
base as well. Toronto Tokyo's going to be able to drag them back to the Wukongs. They're both gone. This
does
one,
not
the
buy.
only hero that died does have the buyback, but now Tide is going to join him and unfortunately does not. So no threat of the Ravage. And what is the call? Do you commit for the fight or do you defend the base? It's a difficult one to make. Nightfall going to try and bring down with the Supernova. Won't be able to do so. They've now done a really good job to isolate the Monkey King away from the Beastmaster inside the river. Meanwhile, Toronto Tokyo, he'll be fine. Escape back gets him away. I mean, these are some super messy fights.
The Monkey King ready to go in again. He has the Rapier Q ready. There it is. Messy fights, but in the end they get the important takedowns. The Tusk is dead, Tide is dead, both without buyback, and now get to hit over on the Roche. Bring him down pretty damn fast now. Some absolutely crazy team fighting going on, but I fear they may have ran out of gas now on the side of Radiant. They don't have any Supernova, no Super Eggs, and they don't have their Tide. Push is coming. And 60-minute mark, so could see them take the time to farm it, but I doubt they will. They have a great time to just end the game right now. Nightfall wants his tier 5 item. See him going back for it. We'll see what he finds eventually. Hopping around.
Are we...
Meanwhile, the Weaver.
Surely we're not going to give an opportunity for the Tide to respawn, right?
No. Oh. They're on the Queen.
You think not? Aeon Disc? Oh, the taunt
it is going
duration,
down.
what? Wait, what? Does it not... Okay. Vera now also looking to try and get some of the remaining members. Munkushi, they're going to buy 15 seconds for the Tide to respawn, but unfortunately, a Wukong command makes that pretty much impossible.
Yeah. Monkey is just laying into the building right now. Has BKB ready. Glyph is there. But with Queen dead, how do you
Good luck.
fight?
Oh no, they didn't want the Tide. Like you
Ravage.
said, Queen dead, how are you going to be able to fight? Double Ravage, doesn't matter. Munkushi, 1v5.
Go, Bristleback,
Hope
go,
and a prayer.
Piggy.
Wait. Alright, Aurora. I mean, they really had to work for this victory, but they're going to be able to get it in the end.
Yeah, that was definitely hard fought, and you know, all props for a 2-1 win. They held on for their life to this game. They tried their very best to turn it around, punish some